Hello everyone, Tiffany here. I think you guys are gonna really like this one. Okay, so today we are trying on some blazers as well as some workwear, and a lot of it is from Aritzia, so let's just dive in. We'll start off with one of my favorites. This is the index blazer and I really like this one. It's in a dark gray, double-breasted, and I love that it's shorter on the body compared to the other blazers I'm going to show you today, which is perfect for shorter girls. But not only that, if you are on the taller side, I think it would work just as well. It's a really flattering length that hopefully we'll see a little more often. We have defined shoulder pads, and although it is a relaxed fit, it's not necessarily one that I would want to wear oversized. I personally think the sleeves should be tailored on this one, but you'll see other examples later where you can get away with a longer oversized length, but for this one I would want it tailored. Also, quick mention, most of these are in a polyester shell unless I state otherwise. Sizing, links, and measurements are in the description. I also have the matching command pants here, which is a classic straight leg trouser. We've tried them on before in my trouser video. That one was in the crepe material and they fit pretty much the same. This is the regular length, which is a little long for me. I would get these hemmed at least an inch or two so that it hits around the ankles. And let's move on to the Destiny blazer, which is in my favorite shade of gray that Aritzia has done. It's double-breasted, relaxed along the body, similar to the index, but with a smaller shoulder pad. I personally prefer something with a slightly more defined shoulder situation. I think it creates a nice frame and structure to your silhouette. When I'm looking for suiting or jackets, the seams are really important, and when I see bunching and pulling along the fabric, it's not something I would gravitate towards. So something for you guys to look out for. It might not be a deal breaker for you, but everything down to the details matter to me when we're trying to look a little more polished. So I did pick up two pairs of trousers that matches the Destiny blazer. I love the Alanyas. They fit really well around the waist and crotch area. I will be adding them into my wardrobe despite the jacket not working out for me, but I would like to see more blazers in this color and maybe also in a all-season wool blend material. These are the Dashwood pants, also in the same color, so in case you guys wanted to grab the matching set, then this is your other option. It's in their poly blend material in the regular length, and this one fits a little tighter on the hips compared to the crepe version, which I've tried on for us in my Aritzia trouser video, so make sure you check that one out if you haven't already. One of my favorite trousers from Aritzia is the pleated pant, and I know you guys love them as well. They came out with this pair in a wool material, which I was so excited about. However, I didn't like them as much as I thought I would. It doesn't drape the way I imagined it to. This pair is half lined, and I think the lining gives them a structure that I wasn't looking for. So this one was a miss for me, but it might still be worth checking out for some of you. I do want to mention or shout out Aritzia for using Cupro material as the lining for their jackets and blazers. Why is that important? Because the lining is going to be the closest material to your body. So even if your shell is made out of something like a wool or wool blend material, which is breathable, if the interior is going to be made out of polyester or a synthetic material, then it sort of defeats the purpose of that. So just something to consider on top of things like the fit, construction, the price, and the style as well, of course. So I do think Cupro is a really good material for linings and that sort of thing. That being said, I'm not saying never buy anything with a polyester lining, because I actually do have a jacket that I'm going to show you later on with that and a wool blend outer, but I just wanted to share with you guys what I personally look for when I am adding pieces into my wardrobe. Okay, moving on. Blazer number 3, this is the concept blazer, and I'll put all of them side by side in a bit. This one is single breasted. The color is ionic gray, which is a little lighter than the prior two. It has the same structured shoulder as the index, actually maybe even a little more, which I love. Similar to the index, this is another blazer that I would tailor the sleeves for because it is slimmer down the body, and I think it just calls for a more tailored look. So if you want something a little more fitted, then give this one a go. Another one with an even more cinched in waist is the Fairfax blazer. It's really fitted along the arms and chest with a much more tailored fit. There's a lot less room around the shoulder area and back. It's not one where you can layer anything thick under unless you sized up. This is definitely on the longer side as well. I picture this looking amazing if you are taller than I am. I'm 5'1" for anyone new on this channel. Longer blazers like this would also look really good paired with mini skirts and dresses. I also want to mention the Doris blazer, which I couldn't get my hands on in time for this video, but this to me looks like a shorter version of the Fairfax. So if you're looking for a more traditional classic blazer or suit, I think this one would be a good one to try. The next one is the Generation blazer, and I wanted to get this in the gray, but it was sold out, so I picked this up in brown just to switch it up a bit. Don't mind the mismatched pants throughout the video. Really similar to the concept blazer, single-breasted and structured shoulders. This one is more relaxed and cut straight on the body, so for this one I do think you can get away with the sleeves being a bit longer for that chic, effortless look. Really like this one as well. The agency blazer is really similar as well. This was actually a clip from one of my prior videos. It's the most similar to the Generation blazer, a little more relaxed and also a couple inches longer. This one here is the Heartbreaker in a crepe material in the color light birch. It's an oversized fit on me, a lot less structured, but it still holds its shape around the shoulder area. I have it paired with the matching miniskirt, which is cute and fits true to size. Personally, not a huge fan of miniskirts specifically for the office, but that also just depends where you work as well. I think it could be a cute look paired with some knee-high boots. I didn't think I was going to like this one, you guys, but I was surprised. First thing, incredibly oversized. Exaggerated shoulders, body, sleeves, basically everywhere. But for some reason, I don't feel like this is too oversized, and it could work over something like a tight little dress under, catsuit type deal, or anything fitted to contrast. But of course, not limited to just that. I was surprised the shoulders were structured enough to hold the shape and not create a weird dip like I saw on some of the photos online. This is also in their city wool material, which is 95% wool. There's also a 100% version, which looks a little dressier and has a sheen to it based on what I can tell from the photos. And of course, they also make this in their polyblend material as well. The city wool one is probably my pick out of the three, so worth trying. I don't think it's going to be for everyone, but I do like this. I picked up another gray suit. This one is from Other Stories. If you couldn't tell by now, I was on a serious hunt for a gray suit and I really like this one. I love the asymmetry of the front button. The shell is a wool blend, which we love, but the lining is polyester. The material is overall a little thinner and drapes differently than the sustainable and wool blend materials from Aritzia. It's a little more tailored at the waist, which again I like because there's just so many incredibly oversized blazers that seeing this version of something relaxed yet fitted at the same time, sort of a modern take on a classic suit, is refreshing. So I would recommend this one, especially if you can try this out in their stores. The pants are a little big, so I would have to get them hemmed, but the hips and thigh area fit really well. I also think it's such a chic look to layer a turtleneck under your outfits during the winter. You can wear it under a dress shirt, a wrap cardigan, or even a midi dress like I am here. I think I'll be doing a casual or smart casual work outfit ideas video soon, so stay tuned for that. We also have some skirts to try on. The first two are vegan leather. I believe this one has been around for some time now. It's a pencil skirt with a slit at the front. This is in the 00. I originally thought this was going to be more of a midi length on me, but it's shorter than I would have liked. Fit wise, it's fine at the waist and just a little snug at the hips, which is typical and I'd say true to Aritzia sizing. I also tried the baby cat skirt. It's almost the same but without the front slit, which I do think is a little more timeless. I love a good slit, but I think for leather skirts we might stick with something a little more minimal. I picked this up in a size 0 just to try out the different sizes because sometimes Aritzia skirts do run small, but this is true to size. If you have curves, they might be a little tight around the hips for you. Knee-length pencil skirts are coming back in trend as well, so if you're into it, check it out, but personally I'm a midi maxi kind of girl. I was excited to try out this style. It's done in their crepe material. We know how I feel about that, but I've been looking for a skirt like this. I've tried a couple now, but I'm still looking for a good one and one that I can actually share with you. This one here though, proportions were off for me in terms of the overall fit. The waist was too loose unless I were to low ride it. Hips also run a bit tight as well, and with skirts like this, you really don't want those lines pulling at the front. Sometimes you can get it tailored and let out the sides a bit, but we're still on the hunt. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and of course subscribe if you haven't already. It does help out the channel more than you know. Thank you guys for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.